So I started off zoomed in my eye because we're going to do the eyes first. Just ignore this little purple part. It's because the Morphe shadow stained my eye. First we're going to go in with this shade right here. Okay, so the first question was, what's one product that I can't live without? I think the answer would have to be concealer. Like, I don't know any, like, not one in specific, just concealer. I mean, I use it to cut the crease. I use it to conceal my eyes, conceal under my eyes, conceal spots. Like, I just feel like it's just a need. And this is just an AOA E107 brush. The next shade I'm going to be going in with is this one. And then a little bit later I'm going to be going in with this brown shade. So the next question is, when did I start doing makeup? So I started doing makeup, like, I would say, I've always worn makeup like through high school, but like my senior year is when I really got into it. And so I would say my senior year I started it, but like I wasn't any good, you know what I mean? Well, to myself I wasn't good. And I just started practicing every night. I would stay up late and I would just do it. Every night I would stay up late and I would just practice and do different looks. And just, that's how I did it. Then once I graduated from high school, I went to cosmetology school thinking that they would teach me how to do makeup. Not teach me, I guess, like more tips, but it was not like that. I'm not saying it was bad, I'm just saying it wasn't like that. The next shade I'm taking is from the Jaclyn Hill Vault, and I'm taking that black shade called Temperance. This one. Taking this black shade on the outer corner, inner and outer corners. So the next question was, do I have any tips and tricks? I feel like I don't. One little trick that I do is when I cut my crease, I look up. I feel like everyone does that though. Another tip, I guess, is like, do your eyeshadow first, because all this fallout, like, you want to be able to like take it off and cover it with foundation. So I know we look super crazy, but we're gonna fix this. We're gonna blend it. I had a super crazy dream last night. I had a dream that like I ran over a curb, and then like I like went into some random person's house and like took a bike. I have no idea. And like just took the bike home, but then like realized like I can't leave my car in like their yard. What was I thinking? Who knows? That was weird. Another tip I have is to take that same brush you use for this color and blend out that black, because it makes it easier. You don't want to take that same black brush that you used before, because you're gonna make it look super crazy. I guess another tip I have about makeup is like, just because it's expensive doesn't mean it works good, because I feel like I have a lot of inexpensive palettes. This needs to go. I can't take myself serious. I feel like I have a lot of inexpensive palettes and like they're still good quality. Alright, I'm back. I just cleaned up underneath and we're looking a little crazy, but the show must go on. I feel like it looks so much crazier in this than it does in this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the crease in the center like a halo, and I will be right back. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply glitter on this part right here. And the next question is your tip on having a flawless base. So my tip is that like it really starts with your skin. So make sure you're really taking care of your skin, and so while that dries. So yeah, it really starts with your skincare, and also like making sure that you have a good primer for yourself. Make sure your face is hydrated always, even if you have oily skin. And then your primer, if you have oily skin, then use primer that's used for oily skin or dry skin or combination skin, or if you want your pores blurred or you want your face glowy. It just depends on how you want it and what you want your base. And also I would say to use a foundation that's not too cakey. You want it to be like medium coverage to have that flawless base. You want it to seem like you are covering like your imperfections, but you don't want to look like your cake face. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm gonna go in with these lashes from Pure in the shade, in the style Bombshell. Ooh, girl. I just started YouTube. Okay, I started when I was little, and not little, like 5 years ago, and I gave it up. And I wish I wouldn't have, because I'd probably be somewhere now, but that's besides the point. So I just decided to pick it back up again. And Instagram, same thing. I've always been on Instagram, but about posting my looks is new. And I was scared of people's negativity and feedback, but that's all part of the journey, and you just have to take it as you can. Like, you just ignore it if you don't want to listen to it, or take their feedback. I've had people tell me on YouTube, like, talk more, blah blah, turn down the music, like they want to criticize you, but in the end it's what you want and what your viewers want. So you do you. And a lot of people aren't negative. A lot of people want to support you, and especially on Instagram, all these girls are always commenting they love it, blah blah blah, and I really appreciate that. There's so much glitter everywhere. I look scary. I look like a ghost. Okay, that looks so scary. Now I'm gonna go in with the Matte Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Foundation from Maybelline, and these are in the shades 220 and 240, and I'm going to mix them. So yeah. This is another trick I've been doing, is taking a bigger fluffy brush and doing my foundation with it. I find that I get just a beautiful flawless finish. Then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution concealer under my eyes. Next question is, what's your favorite mascara? And I don't really have a favorite mascara. Like, because I wore false lashes, I feel like mascara doesn't matter to me. Those days that I'm not wearing falsies, like natural days, believe it or not, I have some of those. Like today. I'm just kidding. But my favorite one for like a natural day is the Maybelline Gigi Hadid, and I like it because it has the fibers, and so like when I'm not wearing falsies, this makes my eyelashes appear longer. And just blend it out. Another question was, what's your favorite palette? And honestly, that is such a hard question, because, like, I don't know, I love them all. like they're all used for different things. You know what I mean? Like, I keep saying you know what I mean like you're gonna answer me right now. So I had to switch to my iPhone because my camera died. I feel like I say this in every video, I'm never prepared. First I'm gonna set my under eyes with some airspun powder. But what I was saying was that my favorite palette would have to be either the Jaclyn Hill, the first palette from Morphe, or the Too Faced peach palette. Like, they're both so good and they're good for so many different looks. They're good together. I just love them. The next question was, how did I start Instagram and YouTube, and was I afraid of negative comments and negative people? I just started YouTube. Okay, I started when I was little, and not little, like 5 years ago, and I gave it up. And I wish I wouldn't have, because I'd probably be somewhere now. But that's besides the point. So I just decided to pick it back up again. And Instagram, same thing. I've always been on Instagram, but about posting my looks is new. And I was scared of people's negativity and feedback, but that's all part of the journey, and you just have to take it as you can. Like, you just ignore it if you don't want to listen to it, or take their feedback. I mean, I've had people tell me on YouTube, like, talk more, blah blah, turn down the music, like they want to criticize you, but in the end it's what you want and what your viewers want. So the next question was, what's your favorite foundation and concealer? And my favorite concealer is definitely the one I use today, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. That's my absolute favorite, and the Wet n Wild one are my favorites. And my favorite foundation, I don't really have one, I always mix it up, so yeah. So one of the other questions was, how do you act in front of a client? So the way you would act with a client, or the way I would act with a client, is at first, so for me, in the beginning it was really weird. Like, I was really shy, and I would just like do their makeup and move on with my life and go on to the next client, and that's not the way to do it. I learned that it's way better when you have a conversation with them and it's not awkward. And yeah, like, you just ask them, I mean, obviously they're getting their makeup done for something, so you ask them like where they're going, or like who's all going, and what they're gonna do, what the occasion's for, are you gonna go eat before, are you gonna go eat after, like all that stuff. Like, oh, like, when did you get your dress, or what does your dress look like, or just interact with them, and you can tell they really enjoy it, and they'll start opening up to you and telling you more things about themselves, or their family, their kids, their husbands, their wives. Like, they'll tell you anything. And so yeah, that's the way I act with them. So let me get changed, and then I'll show you the final look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look, and I know my hair is still crazy. I'm sorry, but it's raining outside, so I'm not going to take the time to straighten it or anything, because yeah, my hair is just, And yeah, so that is it for today, and I hope y'all enjoyed. And if y'all have any other questions and you want me to make a second video, go ahead and let me know. And yeah.